Hello everybody, welcome. Today we are going to finish up our easy binding for a little golden book altered journal. And so I tried to come up with kind of a different way to make that easy. Oops, I got my hair sticking out everywhere. Okay, so that's what we are going to do today. And so I'm Christy here at My Artful Adventures. We do mostly paper crafting here. And so I am streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. And so that makes it to where sometimes you might see me responding to somebody that you don't see. And that would be why. They would be in the chat on the other platform. So that I wanted you to know what was going on with that. And let me bring up our comments. Gotta see what everybody's saying. It won't be any fun if we can't see what people are saying, right? So one more, let me click it one more time there. There, we're good to go. Okay, thank you so much. Now, we worked on our little golden book the other day, and I showed you, I'll just summarize here. Let me point this down to let me pull my chair up. And so I am going to just move on a second. Okay. Let me move you down to the desk. Okay. So this is what we were working on the other day. And we took and this is a really small, golden books are small anyway, but this is really a small little book. So what we did was I showed you how to take it apart and, cut it. And then we folded over. You've got this little piece between where the spine, when you open it up like this, you've got this teeny little spot there. And we just cut that and then bent it over and glued it. So then this way you've got this little bit of that gold or the foil. And you can bring it over the edge just a little bit. So you can either snip these off. I did one of them. I meant to get out my other little snips so you could see what a good one is. Hi Sue, Roberta, Deborah, hello. And this one I just folded over. So it's going to be wedged in here to where it doesn't really matter. And so then we poked our holes and put some eyelets in. And you guys, if you try this, what I would do is not only I would mark on here where I wanted them, but what I would do is instead of taking the, your hole punch or your crocodile tool in this way, I would go this direction so that then all of these are even. Now I got them more even on the back than I did on the front, which, there you have it. Of course the back would be even instead of the front, right? Isn't that just how that goes? But it's okay. It's not going to matter. So now then what I did was I have these pages. I took these pages out for us. And there's 6 sheets here. And so 6 sheets, and they're about 11 inches wide and they're 6 inches high, just about. So that's what I did, and I've already gone ahead and I have put a variety of things in here to use. And so well, let me see here. Where's that there? Okay, so what I did was I've got some lighter weight mixed media paper. So I've got some of that, and I already cut these pages. So these are 6 by 11. And even though these pages were a little bit more, I know that as we add more paper in, they're going to become uneven out here on the edge anyway. And so a lightweight mixed media. Hi, Stephanie. And then I had some of those great big map pages from an atlas. So I cut some of that. I had a big song page sheet and I cut that. Another mixed media and another thing. So this is what we're going to do to assemble them. We're going to go ahead and start here. So here's our front, and what I decided to do, you guys, is take one of those mixed media papers and put it on the back. So as we open the book, that's what we're going to see, but that's okay. I'm gonna live with that. And so then I'm going to put in a map, because sometimes going to grandma, did you see what the name of the book was? To grandmother's house we go. Well, sometimes you got to have a map, right? So I thought, oh, that would be cute to just put a map in. So I kind of have already thought about some of this, you guys. Now, the song sheets, they probably, the page was really short going this way. And if I would have done, you know, but I thought, you know, it doesn't really matter. I kind of like it this way. And it's not about what the song is, for me anyway. I just like the way it looks. Hi, Christine. And so I'm good with that. So if you're not, then I'm going to show you another thing here in a second that you'll be able to use if you need a sheet and it's not big enough to go that way. So put another mixed media here. And another one of our original pages. And I've got a map. Another one of these. Okay, now, at this point, I found this cute little paper, and it was a strip. I had a strip going this way. Well, I might be okay with the song paper going the other way, you guys, but not this. I really wanted this to be the right way. And I thought, oh, how cute, because they're all going somewhere. So maybe they're going to grandma's too, right? I love it. So I'm going to put that in there. But look, it's only a single sheet, but the way we're going to, you know, close this all together, it's not going to matter. We're just going to slide that in there, just like that. So that's only going to be half the page there. And so what I need to do is I'll need this one on the other side, right? And then our last page. And then I thought it would be fun to put a piece of vellum, and so I cut the vellum just that same way. So in the center, you've still got something, and you could attach, you know, other things to here, but you can still see the page. So now we're going to tap all these down really well. Make sure that we've got them in there as tight as we can. And we've added some bulk to that. And hopefully, I don't know, it looks like my one little, I might have to trim around that. I don't know. Let me grab some clips. I should have had my clips already out, you guys. Okay. So I am going to clip these in here. And while I've already got it like this, I'm going to go ahead and trim off this part. Well, maybe I'll go ahead. Shall we do that, or should we put it in the book first? Okay, you know, I think I'm just going to trim it first. That really did bump all of that out. And you know what? Now then, the original pages, some of the original pages, by adding stuff in with them, they're peeking out there too. And that's okay. So I have got this handy dandy thing here. I like this because it's not so scary for trimming things. And I've got that rotary cutter that I've used. This has like a non-skid thing on this, and it actually was from Cricut, and it was made to use, you know, for something like this to protect your hands, you guys, your fingers. So I kind of like that. And I've got this rotary cutter. I kind of like using it. So we're just gonna pop some of those off and just keep going layer by layer. So that's a bunch of pages at this point, right? Okay. So just, you know, time after time and just a little bit. It's going to take you several passes because at this point, some of your original pages are too wide too. kind of trim that off and hold it tight there till you make sure you have what you need trimmed off. Okay. There might be some little hair-like fragments, and we can probably snip those off. And now I'm going to move this clip around here because it's a little bit, that I think that's only one page that is sticking out at the top, but that's gonna bug me. Well, and it might be more than that. Let's just clean that away. Okay, I think that's got it. So now, while we have these together, now we're going to place our, need some more clippies, you guys. I didn't pull enough out. How many of you have ever done an altered little golden book? Tell me if you have or have not, because I'm curious. Okay, so now we're going to hold this up here, and this is going to be right here at the edge, and that's fine. And it's not going to stick out the other side, and it can come, you know, right up along here. Actually, I think I'm going to stack them like this first. Let's do this. Then we know they're even like that, right? No, it didn't come down all the way. This little thing bends, so that didn't really do what I thought when I put it up that way to stack it. Oh, Judy's working on a Cinderella one. Fun, a little golden book. Anne Marie says she hasn't done one yet. So some of this is just about, you know, pulling it in together and getting it even. Okay. And I'm probably more okay with a little bit poking out over here, because what that means is that I know I'm going to get everything closed in. Okay, there we go. Now my back is kind of sticking out farther than the front. I don't like that. Well, I don't like that. Goodness, just kind of do some finessing here. And remember our motto, I'm the boss of my paper. I'm gonna make it happen. Okay, there we go. I might grab just another one. I hope I got another one of those bigger clips. Nope. Oh, shoot. Yes, I do. I see it up here. It was a weird place for it to be. I remember seeing it the other day when I was working on something. Okay, so I'm just gonna clip that right there. Okay, now that's gonna hold everything in place. I actually could move these now. Let me just do that. There we go. I can't get it out of there. Okay. Okay, now we just gotta make our holes here. I've got this little paper all, and we're just gonna punch it through here. Now, once I do this, I think you know what? Let me grab my, hang on. I don't know if this is gonna work. I wonder if this is too thick to get through here. Yep, that's too thick. Shoot, that would have been perfect. Okay, back to doing it by hand. Now, the problem is going to be, which I didn't think this through. Well, it might not be. We'll see. Okay. And just poke it through. We know that we've got our holes lined up from the other day, because that was one of the things we worked on. Okay. Oop, I think kind of sliding out here on the bottom. Hope not. Okay. Just make sure you don't punch yourself, you guys. Man, why is that one so much harder? Oh, I wonder if I bet I have it kind of crooked and it's probably trying to hit the side of the eyelet. Huh. You know what? Let's try it from this side. Wow. Boy, I don't know what is going on there. That has got to be what's going on. There we go. Yeah. Very, very close there. I got it. I think I was hitting the side of the eyelet. I can see I was. Well, that might be difficult as we're trying to put our, close it up. Okay, so now then, we just have to, you know, go ahead and use something. And so I saw this ribbon. And I thought, you know what? It's thin enough. I think I can get it through through a needle. And if, you know, so now I don't have super big holes here. You can get awls that are bigger than the one that I've got right here. And so I could make, you know, much bigger holes. But I think this is going to work fine. And I don't really mind this funny blue color because it kind of brings a little bit more of this blue to the front. So all I'm going to do, you guys, is just make it like our three, you know, our 3-hole pamphlet stitches. So I'm going to start in the middle, just like when you sew in signatures. And so I'm going to leave some of that out. And that's exactly all I'm going to do, is do it like I'm sewing in a signature. Whoops. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do it like that. Now, since I'm using this flat ribbon, I want to make sure that it's flat as it goes through. So that looks good. I might need to pull this out a little bit more. So I'm going to loosen it up here a little. I think I might need more than that. There. Make sure it's still flat. Okay. Then I'm going to go all the way back up to the top. Out through here. And you know, yeah, it might take a little bit of work, but you know, when I said it was an easy one, we didn't have to do all the cutting and measuring and all of the gluing of all of the spine cover to make the spine, you know, covered. Okay, and then again, we got that flat. So let's go back up through the middle again. And I want to try to not, you know, run it. I don't want it to catch on that ribbon. Make sure that other ribbon was out of the way. You could do a little bit of cord. You could do embroidery floss. There's probably lots of things that you could use for this. And my original idea was to do this and to put some beads or something along here. I thought that would be so cute. And then I saw this and it was kind of sparkly and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to leave it like that. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult. It's coming. It's making its way. Kind of wish I'd have had a little pair of pliers or something over here. Who knew? But, you know, what's happened is I should have at least made the center hole bigger. If I would have made the center hole bigger, I wouldn't be having so much trouble right now trying to pull it through, right? Learn from my mistakes. This is why we do this sometimes live, and then you can see what in the world you need to do different. Let me see if I can push it through. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I did catch that other ribbon. I don't think so. It's just so tight. You know what? Let's do this. I'm going to pull this ribbon out of the way. I'm trying to make that hole a little bit bigger. Let's see if that helps us any at all. Whoops, and I got it through this front ribbon. Oh, it's still hanging up, you guys. Shoot! Okay. All right. I didn't want to do this, but I think I'm gonna have to. All right. Okay, let's keep all of these together. And let's punch the holes. Oh my goodness, you guys. Let's see, I think let's try to do a smaller hole. I'm afraid I'm not gonna, you know what? Let's try and pull this thing up here. I wonder how far it'll go. Not far enough. Okay, I gotta sting it up, you guys. I wish these were like other things that we can see where it's gonna punch and do it like that. Oh, I don't know why I'm punching those. The center one is all I needed to really punch bigger, right? What am I thinking? Oops, you got to get it in the right spot. Okay, the other one was fine. All right. Nothing like failing live, you guys. I got to make sure my book is right side up. There we go. All right, let's try it again. But we've already got the holes in it, so basically all we have to do is kind of line the holes back up. Whoops, we need the back. We need the back, you guys. You're probably saying, get it together, woman. All right. I promise it's gonna work. Need a pair of pliers. Roberta, I know, they're just like out here handy. I could have grabbed some, but I don't like to leave you. I don't want to leave you guys. All right, now the rib, I tell you, when you're taking some ribbon and trimming it, I like to get a nice little cut and do it at a point. And this has a great big eye on this needle. So getting ribbon that size isn't a problem at all. Okay, let's go for it. In through the middle. See, I just wanted to show you this part again. In through the middle, out through the bottom. We'll make sure it's flat again. Okay. Through the top, down through the top. Oh, man. Okay. It's catching my tail there. Let's let it out so we've got room. And here we go again. Let's try again. I'm going to move this to the outside. Okay. Let's pull it down so it's out of the way. As tight as we can. Pull it up here. Let's try to go on the other side. Ta-da! Look at that. All right, make sure, give your holes a little bit more room, you guys, and you won't have any trouble at all doing that. I should have done that to start with. And now all we're going to do, just tie that really tight. And I'm just going to tie a little bow. You could do whatever you wanted to. I'm going to tie a knot first. And that way I know it's going to stay tight right there. Just a cute little bow. Now what I would do, I may or may not, something you could think about doing is take, yay! I know, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, what happened here? And of course I tied a knot. Oh, you guys. I did hook it on the clip. Thank you, Roberta. Oh my goodness. That's okay. That's not that hard to fix. Look at that. That was an easy fix compared to the rest of it, right? Phew! Crisis averted. I'm still going to tie it in a little knot here to make it tight. Or, you know, some of these ribbon things, it just depends on what they are made out of. Some of them don't stay tied that well. And a lot of times if I'm tying a little bow or something, I will, in the end, just take a tiny bit of glue and secure it so it doesn't, you know, have any problems. So there we go. We've got our little binding like that. It wasn't really that hard, but, you know, I can always make something. I just wanted to spend more time with you. That's what it was. It's my story and I'm sticking with it. So this is what I might do. I might take a little bit of, you could use gel medium, a little bit, maybe a little bit of Mod Podge. I could even use my glue that I have all the time, and I would just glue a little bit of it, not to glue these parts together. I would just maybe use it to protect that paper, but it's mixed media paper that we put on that first page, so all of them are wrapped there. So none of our original pages are, you know, going to be damaged like that on the edge. And so now we've even secured in these little pages that were only half a page, like this, only half the page. And that one is like that. And where else was another one? Right here. Here's another one. And so is the very center that we just put that little piece of vellum in. So you can do a half page. And if I pull it, you can see where it's all together and the little holes in there, but it's all bound together. And, you know, nothing terrible is going to happen to it. This gives you a chance to use, you know, whatever you want to, and it's a nice sturdy page. So not only that mixed media that's going around, it's given you a fairly decent cover, you know, to that whole spine area. So I think that, you know, I think that works great. Martha says she's watching on YouTube and commenting on Facebook. Well, there, she's got me covered. She's watching everywhere. Look at you go, Martha. Thank you. But you guys, isn't that cute? And, you know, just there's random pages in here. So now we can, you know, work on other things. You can add whatever you want to in here. You can do a little bit of drawing or, you know, painting or whatever you want to do. But I just thought that this would be, you know, you're already using that original spine. You haven't had to break out any fabric or fabric glue or, you know, anything like that. And it's all set to go. And it just gives us an easy way to, you know, utilize it and use our little golden books to make some other kind of a journal that you might want to do. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and you might try to, you know, make one too. And thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me this afternoon. And I will see you next week. I'm not sure exactly what my schedule is. If you're not getting my newsletter, I try to put a schedule in there. You know, sometimes mistakes happens or things happen, but it usually gives you a good idea of what's going on. And I always send out a freebie with that. And it's short. It's a short little newsletter. So, and you can find that in my link tree on my page. And I believe as soon as I'm done, if you're watching on YouTube as well, then I always put that down in the description. So you can look at another one of the live videos, and all of that should be in there. But thanks so much, you guys. Have a great day. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care, everybody.